You're now listening to a Bobby Johnson beat. Hey, my main bitch and my savage man, I can get 2 for. Rather pull me up on each of pink. I need to go.
Tune in to Too Much Media.
There's an A&R process with music that people might not be privy to, but you write a song in a studio, the A&R comes through, they go, okay, fix this, rewrite this bridge, the production needs to be more like this. And you're like, okay, and you sit in with the producer and you work on it. About Damn Time took like 7 months and there were like 1,000 versions. So with Still Bad, we did the same thing. By the time we were done with Still Bad, and this is really how I feel, and sorry to Atlantic Records, but by the time I was done with Still Bad, I was like, this is just another About Damn Time. And I looked at Ricky Reed and I was like, does this sound like About Damn Time? And he was like, no. And I'm like, yeah, from a sonic level, it's different instruments that take the lead. It's a different BPM. It's a different key. It's more indie sleaze. And I was like, I'm gonna trust y'all on this.
All right, see, this is exactly why I'm so strict with my creative process when it comes to any medium, because it's just like, this is music, for example, that Lizzo was talking about, but for real, like, this can go into any realm of creativity, and it's like, this is why you need to be like mentally like a dang like Iron Knight when it comes to your creative like process. It has to be, you have to be your own advocate to be like, hell to the no. Because for me, like personally, I'm really strict. I'm like, no one's gonna tell me anything, because the minute I start allowing like opinions and like, time constraints and things of that nature to start seeping into my mental when it comes to me making things, is the minute I stop making anything that's like actually doing what me being creative is for, which is like feeling like free, like feeling like, it doesn't matter really. You know what I'm trying to say? Like, because it's like, in life, everything you do matters so much as it pertains to how your life is gonna look, that having a space that doesn't have to equate to how your life looks is like really the only real benefit of being creative. Because it's like everything else, you have to be so structured, you have to be so serious. Like, you think this world is a game? Like, we got bills to pay, we have family members who depend on us, we have like, like one small mistake can get you, put in a place where you don't want to be. Like, there's just so many things that you have to take serious in life and that you can't really play around with, that it's like, what's the point of doing this one thing that was supposed to be the thing that is supposed to be where I cannot care, if now I have to do what someone else is telling me to do in this. It's like, someone else tells me how much taxes I owe. Someone else tells me how much they think they deserve, like the work that I'm doing is deserved to be paid. Someone else says whether or not, a video I make is worth giving a like. Someone else decides so much of what our life looks like, that it's just like, to have creative control, it's like, for me, that's where I find the peace in creativity. It's kind of like having control over this one thing that I can have control over, because life is so uncontrollable, And but yeah, guys, first off though, if you're new here, this is a creative mastery channel, so we talk all things creativity, all things like what you need to do to like not only increase your creativity, but how that seeps into every aspect of your life, and how you can use your creativity to self-master so your life can look the way you want it to. And if you're coming back and you're used to this channel or whatever, I mess with you. I really appreciate the people who come back. Just make sure you're doing all the YouTube stuff, liking, commenting, subscribing, doing just stuff that shows YouTube that people actually watch this channel and it's an active channel. But don't drive by here, they're gonna hear you. Go another way. Okay, good, they're parking. Okay, but yeah, back to the whole Lizzo thing. It's like, I feel like my life was the hardest when I thought that I could control everything. Like when I was always trying to hold on to this, hold on to that, hold on to this, like trying to decide how every little thing in my life goes. And it's like, I feel like that's very like one of the biggest burdens you go through as like a woman to like jump over, of like understanding that like most things you can't control and you have to kind of let go. It's like hard to admit to yourself because it's like you get so attached with seeing the way outcomes like go. Like I remember like when I was younger, I used to have this thing where it's like, even if the smallest thing didn't go my way, like the way I was imagining it to go. So like, let's say I'm in the car, right? And I wanted the person driving to turn left on the next left, but then they skipped that left and they went on the next left after that. But both lefts still lead to the same place. So it doesn't make a difference in like our ETA or like the direction that we're going. Like it doesn't change anything. It's just like one left over the other. Who cares which one we do? And if you live in the DMV, you understand what I'm trying to say, because it's like a lot of one ways and like a lot of like roads where it's like you need to just get to another road, so you just have to take a left, but it doesn't really matter which one you use. And I remember whenever that would happen and it wasn't the specific left that I wanted taken in order to get to where we're going, like I'm telling you, my nervous system would be dysregulated for the like rest of the day to the next couple hours. Like I would be so frustrated over something so stupid. And that's just an example to make you understand how minuscule it could be for me to like get super frustrated. Like I'm not talking for the rest of the day. Like I just stopped talking. They're like, oh, are you okay? I'm like, yeah, I just can't talk right now. And I think that's like a little bit like of the OCD in me too, of like, bro, like, why wouldn't you like, you know, like tap the door 3 times before you walk in? Like stuff like that would frustrate me so much. Like, or like, it's like I'm eyeing someone doing something from across the room, and in my head I'm just like, put this color pencil down before that color pencil. It's like, oh no, they did the wrong order and now I'm pissed. Like it's like, have you ever seen that episode of The Office where they're all sitting in the office and they're having like a meeting in the break room, right? And there's the TV thing where like, you know how like back in the day, the DVD players used to have the little DVD sign that bounces around the screen. And like, there's an area in the corner, like if it bounces perfectly in the corner, it's super hard to watch that happen. But it's like, when it happens, it's so satisfying. And they would just sit there and watch it for hours until it bounced perfectly in the corner, like perfect edge. Yeah, like that's how I used to like my life to look. Like constantly everything just bounced perfectly in the corner, like, you know. So I would make up scenarios in my head of things that could happen that would give me that bounced perfectly in the corner scenario feeling in my head. I would make up little scenarios that to me were equivalent to that. And if it didn't happen, bro, telling you, my day could be ruined by the stupidest stuff. Or like, you know, needing to count the tiles as you walk to class in school, like days. It's like I'm counting every single tile as I walk. So it's like you can't distract me while I'm walking. Just little stuff where it's like, I used to be such a control freak, like the heavy on freak, you know? It's like, what are we really discussing right now? The fact that you're so obsessed with this being an outcome to the point where you're allowing it to ruin the concept of what your day looks like. You know what I'm trying to say? So I was just like, okay, how do I let go of this need for constant control? Because it's starting to seep into your life and make negative impacts where you're just like genuinely allowing like days on end to be ruined over like really dumb stuff if you really look at it closely, right? And what helped me a lot with that level of like relinquish of control was finding like different creative outlets. Like you know, even like making YouTube videos, I promise you, if you're trying to find a way to like step out of your control freak like era, the best thing you could ever do is make a YouTube channel, because it's like really like the level of control you need to relinquish to post on here is so crazy, because you have to like relinquish control of like telling people you don't know stories about yourself, of, you know, having the potential of being seen by everyone in the world or no one in the world. Like that's such major extremes. Like, you know, it's like in your head you have to really conceptualize, like I could literally post this and like 10 million people decide to watch it tomorrow, or I could post this and like no one watches it tomorrow, which more likely than not the answer is going to be that no one watches it tomorrow. But there's still a point whatever percent chance, because it's available to them, that 10 million people watch it tomorrow. So it's like you got to let go of like that, like, you know, idea in your head. And then at the same time, you have to like if you're ever going to get a video out, like after a while, you have to kind of be satisfied with the video, because there's always something you could add or something you kind of could have fixed or something, whatever. You have to like let go of like the idea that every single video is going to be perfect. Like there's always going to be a video out there that you post that is like less than perfect, you know, like, because you're always going to realize too, the more you post, what things you could have made better and what should have changed, and what, or oh shoot, I already posted it but now I realized that I didn't do this, I was supposed to do that and I forgot it. Like there's always something of that nature going on when you post on YouTube. Or like, for example, I feel like learning to draw, which is like, not that I know how to draw, but like actively deciding to get better at it also helped me realize that, because it's like helped me relinquish control, because like as I kept getting better, I realized like, oh my God, the hardest part isn't even like getting to the drawing. The hardest part is like the original sketch that you do before you actually fix the drawing. Like as you edit while you're drawing, like you fix things here, add lines here, shade here, erase there. Like as you keep doing that, the drawing just gets clearer and clearer and better. It's like that original sketch that you made kind of means nothing. It's just literally so you have somewhere to start. And then as you keep going, it just keeps getting better. And that made me realize like, okay, so like nothing's really permanent. Like you don't have to like just because something looks bad in its original state doesn't mean it has to stay in that state. You can edit it and fix it and make it look better. Like you don't have to keep it in its like sketch state, you know, like, and you can like apply that to other aspects of life. And like even like what Lizzo's talking about in the beginning of like, she makes the song into a sketch for the A&R to hear, and then they come in and they keep telling her where they want it to go and how they want the drawing to look. Like that's basically what they're doing. They're like editing her drawing for her. And all this to say though, of like how creative mediums kind of help you relinquish that control, because you realize that things are not as permanent as they seem, and that like you can kind of detach. And also once you realize like this is under my control, like I can edit this in whatever way I deem necessary and have the end product look however I want it to look, you start to not care as much about other things that are pretty minuscule. So it's like, okay, well, I have these things that I'm allowed to control. Like I'm allowed to control my YouTube channel. It gets to be about whatever I want it to be about. If I sit down and decide to draw a picture, I'm allowed to control what colors I use for this picture, how I want this picture, what I even want to draw. Like all of these things that I do that are creative, I'm allowed to decide what it looks like. Oh, this business that I'm making, I get to name it whatever the business I want to name it. I get to, you know, market it to whoever I want to be a part of the people who are using it, this, that, and the third. Like I get to do all those things. I have full control in these areas. Now, everywhere else, like let go, relinquish, let go. You know, because even in the stuff that you are getting to control, there is a certain level of relinquishing that you have to do. But then it's like outside of that, control that you get to have and like relinquishing that you practice. Like you get to practice the art of control this but relinquish that, control this but relinquish that, which helps you in the real world of like understanding, okay, this is a thing I need to control, this is a thing I need to relinquish, this is a thing I need to control, this is a thing I need to relinquish. And I feel like for me personally, like that part that Lizzo's talking about of like creatively deciding which way a song goes and stuff like that, I would not be able to relinquish that. You can't tell me what to do, like anything like that. Like me personally, like that strength I just don't have, which is why like when it does come to creative stuff, like I don't ever see myself fully being someone who's like seeking notoriety or status from it. It's more like okay, understand the meaning of control and relinquish. It's less, oh, everyone look how good I control and relinquish. Like, no, because you're not about to come and tell me when to control and when to relinquish. Like, no, not in this realm. Y'all already have too much like that on us. Like, you know, like taxes. And I don't know what is my issue and my problem with taxes. One day I need to do a sit down deep dive of what taxes mean, what they are, and how they like have come to be, because it's like I be beefing with taxes for no reason. But like but like for real though, like all those like control mechanisms that are already established with life, it's like we have to kind of relinquish the fact that we can't control that that's the way the world works, you know? So it's like if I already have to relinquish control in that place and you already get to control where and what in that place, it's like this is my space. You don't get to come here and tell me what to do. Like, no, like, especially because I do feel like creatively, like I can't create without that full control, because there's also a part of me that is healed that doesn't have to do with control, but has to do with my feelings, like how I feel about things in life that I don't get to control. Like, you know, in those moments where I am feeling like I'm being controlled, I still feel a way about it. Like this, like creativity a lot of times is like, for most people, it's an act of rebellion without actually going out and rebelling, you know? It's like, I'm gonna sit down and I'm gonna draw a picture so that I know in my own head and heart that I'm not crazy and I don't like what's being done right now. But even though there's nothing I can do about what's being done, it's like, you know, when something's happening to you and everyone swears you're okay with it because you don't complain about it, but you're not okay with it, but it's like there's nothing you can do about it. So that's why you don't complain about it. But it's like if you don't complain, the story that's written is that you were okay with it, but you weren't okay with it. So it's like this is kind of your one place to be like, yeah, see, told you I wasn't okay with it, but I just acted like I was because like no one was going to care if I said it, I wasn't okay with it anyway either, right? It's like it's like sometimes people just want you to say you're not okay with stuff so that they have proof that what they're doing to you is working. It's not actually going to be like anything is fixed after you confess. Like if you tell them, hey, like what you're doing right now, I'm not okay with it. It's like, aha, it's working. I didn't want her to be okay with it. So good. This is proof that it's working and I should continue on the path of making her suffer. So it's like after you realize that, okay, even if I do complain or if I do say that what is happening right now I'm not okay with, it's just going to make them think that good, continue, press the gas harder, right? So it's like now I've learned to stop complaining and not say anything when I'm not okay with something, but I still want it on record that I'm not okay with this. It's like, I'm not okay with this, but you know what? I'm okay with this. You know, like that type of feeling. But it's just like, yeah, like, oh my goodness, I can't imagine being in like Lizzo's like circumstance of like having to have people come in every time you do like the one thing that kind of lets you have peace and trying to tell you what to do all the time. Like, You not finna be coming in here telling me what to make. Like, the hell? Hell no. Like, imagine Basquiat had somebody telling him which symbols he gets to use for the day. Like, nigga, no. Like, no. You're not about to tell me what symbols I'm finna put on this painting. This is my painting. You go paint. I don't even understand something like that. It's like the A&Rs come in and try to tell you how the song needs to sound. You come make a song. You make that. Like, I'm not making that right now. I'm making this. You go make that. It's like if you was making grilled cheese and someone said, okay, yeah, but take the cheese and put it on macaroni. Like, bitch, that's mac and cheese. This is grilled cheese. You go make macaroni. We got cheese. Take the cheese, go make macaroni. Why are you telling me to make macaroni? I'm in the middle of making grilled cheese. Like, the hell? Like, nah, bruh. Like, that sounds like madness to me. I had no idea that that's how it worked for them. That, like, they literally sit in a room and have someone come in and tell them, like, you know, nudge it to the left, nudge it to the right, this way, that way. Like, no. What's the whole point of this if not being allowed to, like, do whatever, you know? It's like, what? I think we lost the plot at this point, you know? But I feel like I'm rambling. There's definitely going to be more for me to say about stuff like this. So I don't even be liking to do too much.
Too much media. Tune in to too much media.